Hey, welcome back to the channel. So today I have, I guess we can call it a special puzzle. It's my understanding that this is this creator's first puzzle. I think it was made maybe like 2-3 weeks ago at this point. A little bit behind on the most recent puzzles because I've got so many that I want to do. But I thought I'd get this one going. And of course, my phone has to go off while I'm talking. So let me put that there and continue. So anyway, this is called Reigna 1 by Reigna. And like I said before, their first puzzle. So let's get looking at these rules and see what we can figure out. So as you can see, it's a 6x6 puzzle. So its normal Sudoku rules apply for a 6x6. So every row, I just did that, didn't I? Every row, every column, and every 2x3 region contains the digits 1 through 6 once each. In a cage, digits do not repeat and sum to the number in the corner of the cage. So that's a normal killer cage rule. So let's say this one right here. These two digits just add up to 9 because that's the clue in the top left corner there. We've got cells separated by a white dot containing consecutive digits. This is the first part of our Kropki Dot rule set. So these two digits are just consecutive. One is one away from the other, essentially is all that means. And then we have the other part of the Kropki Dots, which is the black dot contains digits in a 1:2 ratio. So whatever this digit is, let's say it's x, this is x over 2 or 2x. One of them is half of the other one. The other one is double the other one in that way. And then not all possible dots are shown. So there is no negative constraints. So those are the rules. Pretty straightforward, I would say. But let's get into this one. See how well the future looks with somebody starting to create more puzzles for us to solve. So good question is going to be, where do we start? The first thing I saw is that we can't put a 1 in any of these locations. Because if I put a 1 in an 11 cage, we have to... That was just dumb of me to say that. Let's forget I said that, because that was just really me. It's too early in the morning, I guess. I'm just not thinking straight. Let's look somewhere else. We've got 2 9s up here. As we know, if you take every digit from 1 to 6 and add them up, you get 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals 21. So we know that each region must contain digits that add up to 21. Now, if we know that we have 2 9s in this one already, that's an 18. So therefore, these must equal 3, and there's only one way to make 3 in a Sudoku. Yes, in any regular Sudoku, maybe is a better way to phrase that. Now, if we got a 1, 2 here, we can look at our 7 clue and say we no longer can do 6, 1 or 5, 2, so therefore we must have a 4, 3. We now know we can't have a 5 in any of these locations. So this is 5, this is 4. These are going to have to be 3 and 6, which is left over. If we have a 4 here, what does that tell us for the black Kropki? Not a ton, I guess. It just means that we don't have 2. Well, it does actually do. It does a little bit. It's either a 1, 2 or it's a 3, 6. We can't quite determine what that is just yet, but we can look up here and say this is a 6. And we could, if we wanted to, say that these have to be from 1, 2, and 5, and this can't be 1 and this can't be 5. So we filled in a few digits right there off the bat. Now, we can't quite tell what the 7 is going to be, and we can't quite tell what this 5 is going to be just yet, because there's 2 options for both. The 5 could be 1, 4 or 2, 3, and the 7 could be 5, 2 or 3, 4. In the case of the 5, 2, the 5 would be here, the 2 would have to be here. It can't be 6, 1 clearly because we have 1s and we'll have the 1 looking in here. Where else can we go? So let's look down at this crop because I think it's going to give us some good information. We know we can't do 1, 2. Now we could do 2, 3. We cannot do 3, 4 because that would break this puzzle. We can't do 4, 5, and we can't do 5, 6 because there's a 5 in here. So this has to be a 2, 3. If that's the case, we get a 4, 3, 5, and we can remove the 5 here. Now we also know this has to be a 6 because that's all that's left in this column. Now, what do we know? Well, what we can do is a little bit of math that's going to give us this digit. We know we already have 7 here. We've got a 7 here. So we've got a 14 already. We know we have to get up to 21, so we need another 7. So if we know these two must equal 7, because it's the only thing remaining in this region, therefore this must equal 4, because 7 plus 4 equals 11. Yeah, I don't see any other easy way that that would have been out otherwise. So these have to be from 1 and 6. Now, can we do the same kind of trick over here with this Kropki dot? It could be 1, 2. It can't be 2, 3, but it could be anything else, pretty much. Well, no, that's not entirely true. It can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5, 6. So it's either 1, 2, or 3, 4. But it doesn't leave quite enough going for my liking. Now, do we have any just basics to do? Because we do have a few things that we've got going on. We know 6s can't go in any of these, so we'd have to have one here. We can't really determine, well, we know we don't have a 6 in here, but that's about all we can say. Anything else here could be 6. What about 5s? Because we have more 5s. One of these has to be a 5. None of these can be 5s. None of these can be 5 because you can't put a 5 in a 5 cell. So one of these has to be a 5, which pushes this to be a 5. We can write in one of those has to be a 5 as well. Now again, we still can't figure out either of these just yet. But what we can do is use that 1, 6 to kind of take care of this 1, 2 up here, as I hadn't quite seen. Now these have to be from 2 and 3. Now, if this was 2, this would have to be 5. If this was 3, this would have to be 4. Let's see if we can, well, we know these are 4 and 5. But this, okay, so that's what it is. We got a 2, 3, and a 1, 6. These have to be 4, 5. There's a 4 here. That's the easy way to look at it and see it. So these have to do this to equal what we need. So therefore, this is a 5. We now know we have to have a 1 and a 2 in these locations because of this row. So we end up with a 1, 2 pair. This ends up being either 4 or 3. But that doesn't quite do much for us either. We know that one of these has to be a 4. Again, not a huge deal. I guess what we can go back here now and look at this this black Kropki dot. Previously, we had said we can't do 2, 4 because there was a 4 up here, but we couldn't rule out 1, 2, or 3, 6 from the equation. Well, now we can rule out 1, 2 because we have a 1, 2 staring at it. So this can never be 1, 2, so this one down here can't be that 1, 2 pair. So this has to be a 3, 6. Now, can we say which way it goes? I don't think so. And what leaves here is a 1, 2 pair. Now, can we use this Kropki again? I think we had the possibility of this being a 1, 2. It cannot be a 1, 2 anymore. It cannot be a 2, 3. So it must be a 3, 4 because it can't have a 5 in it. So yes, this is a 3, 4, which forces this to be 6 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 6. And this is breaking it all wide open. This has to be 3 and 4 and 6 and 3. This one ends up being a 2, so that becomes a 1. We get our 6 and our 1, and we get our 3 and our 2. And there we go. This solution is correct. Good puzzle. It's a good beginning puzzle, not beginner, I shouldn't say, beginning puzzle for this creator. I hope they create more of these because that one was fun. It was a nice 6x6, a nice introduction to some of the basic concepts of killer cages and Kropkis, and actually it's quite a good interaction between the Kropkis and the cages, which created the good solve. So Reigna, thank you very much for making this. Please keep making more. Would love to see them. You may have more already on the areas where I look to find these things. If you do, I'll try to track one down and keep seeing how things are coming for you. Hopefully they are going very well. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.